Okay, everyone, welcome to Frontier Opening Bell. It's a Tuesday, the 8th of March, and it's the International Women's Day, and this is to all women viewers and all the women in Frontier Africa Reports. Welcome, everyone, to the show. Let's get the show started. That's your Monday closing numbers for some of the Frontier African exchanges. The GSE fell by 1.92% on the back of losses by big names such as MTN Group yesterday. Absa Bank fell on Monday, as well as other names in the industrial and resources sector. And that's just along with the rest of the developed and emerging markets. The Nairobi Bourse fell 1.38%. The shares of Equity Banking Group, the largest bank in Kenya and in East Africa, fell very sharply on Monday. Then you've got Egyptian market down very much bigger, 3.55% on Monday, in sympathy with the rest of the world as we begin to see the fuller impact and restrictions and sanctions on Russia over its unprovoked assault on Ukraine. The BRVM managed to soft land in West Africa, 0.01%, printing 215.72, and the Nigerian market finished at 47,272. We finished along the flattish line, 0.01% as well. Okay, let's get the news into the mix a bit, because Airtel Kenya is going to pay about $30 million for a 10-year spectrum licenses, while Jubilee Holdings says it's acquired additional 10% stake in Seacom. Kenya Power PLC, listed on the Nairobi Bourse, is looking to start selling high-speed internet to diversify its revenue base. And Centrum Investment, also in Kenya, has appointed a new finance director, Rispa Alaro. And MTN Uganda reporting net profit for full year 2021, 5.8% uptick. That figure for profit was moderated because MTN Uganda renewed its operating license in Uganda, $100 million. That was paid for last year, as well as the move to list on the Uganda Stock Exchange and settling a major face-off between one of its main suppliers in the country as well. Those expenditure, those payments depressed MTN Uganda's full year revenue to about 5.8%, but says it will focus on growth moving forward. Let's move on to West Africa. Nigeria is inviting private sector investors to partner with the country and the financial institutions in Nigeria to bring back to life the new Nigerian Air, which was launched about 3 years ago, but hurriedly suspended once again. And Nigeria wants to move ahead very strongly as far as this new airline is concerned, and join the rest of the global commercial aviation business, carry Nigeria's flag. And the science of climate change versus the just, better and fair energy transition. Those were the key conversations yesterday at the summit organized by Nigeria's Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, which hosted a number of big names in the Africa's oil and gas industry, including the Secretary General of the African Petroleum Producers Organization, Dr. Omar Farouk, who blamed African oil-producing countries for wasting hundreds of billions of dollars in oil revenue, and now caught in the climate change conversation and action, as well as a joint energy transition being crafted by Western economies of Europe and the United States. Omar Farouk yesterday delivered a very scathing remark against African oil producers for their lack of vision in terms of investment and making sure and savings for the energy industry, now begging in finance institutions overseas outside the continent for new investment. But says, according to Omar Farouk, all hope is not lost. And earnings from two of Nigeria's biggest banks, GTCO and UBA, came in different sizes. UBA came with 158 billion naira. GTCO reported disappointing earnings, but is still paying a dividend of about 2 naira 70 kobo as a holding company. You see all the numbers there if you go online. Experts are calling for the privatization of Ghana's Tema oil refinery and get government out of refining business and let the private sector handle that. EcoBank of Cote d'Ivoire says it's granted about 3 billion in CFA fund to support women entrepreneurship across the Ivorian market. Today is International Women's Day, and there's a whole lot being talked about around the achievements of women as well as the challenges they face in terms of inequality, child education, and all of that. a lot more being discussed today around the world. Oil prices raging as we speak. Oil prices still very tough as the United States is considering whether it's going to go alone to ban Russian oil. Where is the alternative? Some news sources says U.S. officials are speaking to the Venezuelan authorities on how to get alternative to Russian oil. Britain, Germany, and others are taking different decisions. The coalition of the willing of sanctions against Russia is getting a little bit unstable with the consideration of whether Germany, according to the Chancellor yesterday, Olaf, will suspend Russian energy. All of that in place as we see Brent crude at $130 a barrel, but now trading around 125. Let's go to Southern Africa. A whole lot of criticisms against President Cyril Ramaphosa as far as his comments on the Ukraine is concerned. All that is in the news. In the meantime, the FSCA, which is the Financial Services Compliance Authority in South Africa, has licensed a bunch of online brokers, brokerage firms, which were formerly unregulated. The idea is to bring them into the mix of regulation, anti-competition, antitrust, and all of that to ensure that everyone is on the same page. Some of these online traders are engaged in what's called derivatives trading, and that's a new horizon. About 30 more are still being considered, according to moneyweb.co.za. And South Africa's newest bank, Discovery Bank, is eyeing 1 million accounts by the end of June. At the end of last year, reporting for the period under review, Discovery Bank says it's onboarded about 800,000 and is looking to additional 200 odd numbers more customers by half year. Massmart reporting sales about 1.9%, 84.8 billion rand, scrap dividend for 2021, and says it's going to focus more on capex to expand the operations of the retail giant listed on the JSE. In Mozambique, they're setting up a new $3 million gold refinery or processing plant. Zimbabwe is going along the same process. Nigeria is also looking to set up its own gold refinery. As we say, the price of gold at about $2,000 an ounce over the last two sessions. That has moderated this morning to about $1,987 an ounce. Zimbabwe is starting first cannabis processing an export plant as part of economic diversification, looking for export of cannabis, processed cannabis, to the US, Canada, and a few other countries. Sonangol, which is the state-owned oil enterprises in Angola, is looking to boost and expand the country's energy sector. Okay, come with me to North Africa to look at some of the stories from Egypt and down to Morocco. Some of these news, Libya, starting from there, the National Oil Corporation is suspending production from two of its major oil fields. And Morocco's official reserves as an FX was up 8%, about 332 billion dirhams in the month of February, bit of a backward-looking economic data. And the Keller Power looking at new investments in Egypt that could be up to about $1 billion over a 4-year period. In the meantime, the Central Bank of Egypt is launching an instant payments platform, and that will be on March the 22nd. We say congratulations. And of course, Egypt is launching a new country strategy in partnership with the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. It's a 5-year plan, 2022 to 2027. And that's about it for today on Your Frontier Opening Bell. I am Bosun Namafai. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday International Women's Day. And remember that it's your opening bell. Go online to watch the show again on our YouTube at Frontier Africa Reports. And of course, you can see some of our stories, read them up and all that on our website, Frontier Africa Reports. And of course, on social media, you find us across LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, as well as Instagram. I'll see you next time, everyone. Have a great day. Bye for now.